Good morning everybody. Now you see, today again we will be taking up polysaccharides. As you remember that in our last class we were dealing with starch, which was again a polysaccharide, and here this is a storage polysaccharide. That means what? Plants store energy in the form of starch. Now next part, today's topic is cellulose. Now what is cellulose? Cellulose is a storage polysaccharide. It is a structural polysaccharide. See, here it is structural polysaccharide. Now here, the structural polysaccharide means it is a polysaccharide that makes the structure. So we find it in the cell wall. Okay. So cell wall is made up of calcium pectin, and here this cell wall, the cellulose forms the main constituent of the cell wall. Now if we see at the molecular level, it is a homopolysaccharide. What is homo? Homo means similar. So this homopolysaccharide is made of glucose, which is again a monosaccharide. Okay, so this monosaccharide forms the structural part of this cellulose. Okay, now if we focus on the structural thing, we have beta. See, it is beta 1,4 glycosidic bond, and it is a linear structure. Now beta glycosidic bond, I am coming to it, but this is a linear one. Why it is linear? That means they are attached end to end. Now you see 1 and 4 glycosidic bond. Now if you see, this is the first carbon structure and this is the second carbon structure, and we have it in a numerous way. Now here, see, this one here is one hydrogen here and this one is OH. And if you see the second molecule, you have the OH here and H here. Okay, so they have got a different orientation. Earlier, we used to have one H and another one is OH, and again here you have H and here you have OH. Okay, so that was the orientation earlier of the functional group. But here, since, and if it would have been there, we will have the alpha bonding. But here, since the orientation is not same of these two molecules, we have this beta. So we have the beta bonding. Now, see, cellulose, it is very hard to digest. Now, why? Why is it hard to digest? You see, generally all animals, okay, now all animals have got cellulase. Okay, all animals, you know, they have got a cellulose digestive enzyme, but this cellulose digestive enzyme cannot digest the beta group. Why? Because those enzymes that is there in the body, they can digest the alpha bonding, but beta amylase is the enzyme that is required for digestion of these kind of cellulose, but that is not present. Now you see, ruminant animal. Ruminant. What is ruminant? Ruminant animals, that means all cattle like that, the curd chewing animal, that means the cattle, especially cow, goat. Okay, the main part of their food consists of cellulose. So how do they digest? Now see, they have got a symbiotic bacteria. They have got a symbiotic bacteria within their gut, and these symbiotic bacteria, they secrete cellulase. They secrete cellulase, and this cellulase is an enzyme to digest the cellulose. Okay, so this is why, because of the structural difference, it is like that. So it requires, generally the system of the body, any animal system, any human system also, they cannot digest the cellulose, and in other words, they are used for fiber. That means dietary fiber. Dietary fiber that gives roughage. Roughage. Now what is this roughage? That is, it's like a brush to clean the intestine. Okay. So this chapter we have to discuss it here only. Now you see what are the various uses of this. Now all the general natural fibers, for example cotton, jute, hemp, that is naturally growing fiber. The main bulk of these fibers are cellulose. See, cotton fiber. Even the fiber, see this cotton fiber is 90% of these cellulose. Okay. Now you see jute and hemp. Jute and hemp is also consist of near about 45 to 47% of this fiber is made up of cellulose. Now another thing, cellulose, it can be basic, it can be alkaline, but this cellulose, that is base, it is mixed with a base and an alkali, and together they form a synthetic fiber that is known as rayon. That means synthetic fiber, cellulose can be used to manufacture synthetic fiber rayon. Then you see another component, cellulose acetate. See, cellular acetate is used to make shatterproof glass. Now what is shatterproof shatterproof glass. Now glasses, basically if you see the glass that is used on a window pane. Okay, if you throw a stone to it, the glass pieces will fall off, break off. But this shatterproof glass, it is used in, see, windscreen of a vehicle, any automobile, and that way if it breaks, the glasses will not fall apart. They'll stay to its place, but they'll have cracks to it. Okay. Now another, cellulose nitrate. Cellulose nitrate is used in explosive. It is used in explosive. And lastly, see, carboxymethyl cellulose. Now it is used as a softening and a stabilizing agent in ice cream. See, ice is a very brittle one. Okay, so if you take the ice and break it into pieces, it is a very hard like structure. But once carboxymethyl acetate, if it is mixed with the ice cream becomes soft, fibery, and it is easy to scoop out. See, if you take a bowl of ice and if you take a bowl of ice cream, you see ice creams are easy to scoop it out, whereas a bowl of ice, you cannot scoop the ice with a spoon. So this carboxymethyl cellulose makes the ice cream and give the soft and scoopable texture to ice cream. So with this we round off to it. See, we have today's topic is a polysaccharide. Last class we had done starch, we have cellulose. This is a homopolysaccharide. It is use of glucose as a monosaccharide use. Now structural polysaccharide, it is present in the cell wall. Now if we see, we have a linear assemblage of two glucose molecules. Now the thing is, they form beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. Glycosidic bond is formed when one hydroxy and hydrogen group join together and it forms a water. So this has to be replaced. So the bond formation here, you see, it is not general orientation. Here if it is like that, it is an alpha bonding, but here it is a beta, and that is only because of not of the same orientation of the functional group. So the enzyme required is beta amylase, and this is not present in any human body or any animal body or normal gut enzyme. We don't produce beta amylase, but beta amylase can be produced by microbes or microorganism or bacteria like that. So it is very hard for to digest. Now ruminant animals and cattle, those grass feeding herbivores, they since they have got a main bulk of cellulose in their diet, that could be digested by the symbiotic bacteria or the cellulase that is enzyme produced by the symbiotic bacteria. And in human and all, they act as a dietary fiber, that is roughage, that cleans the intestine. Now commercial uses of cellulose, we have cotton fibers, jute and hemp. Okay, that is jute and hemp, you know, jute is used for gunny bags, hemp is used for linen, like that. So cotton mainly have 90% of the fibers and jute and hemp is 45 to 47%. Now cellulose, if it is mixed with a base and alkali, we produce a rayon. Rayon is a synthetic fiber, again it is used to make that. Cellulose acetate, that is shatterproof glass. Then again cellulose nitrate, used as an explosive, and carboxymethyl cellulose, this is used in a produce ice cream.